Okay, this is not my usual type of video at all, but I did it before for a completely different game, and people did really like it back then. That was Ancestors Legacy when I was competing in their tournaments years back now. I don't think it's still online, but yeah, I did make a video then, very popular then. I thought, you know, now I am the main Total War, well, the main Rome Total War channel, I thought I might as well cover the same thing. Taking a look at bad reviews for Rome Total War. Now, some of these reviews are justified, and I'm not like calling people out or criticising people's opinions, but some of them are annoyingly bad, especially as a Rome Total War super fan, as many of you are as well, if you're on this channel. So yeah, let's give them a look. And yeah, I'm not... Don't take this out of context. I'm not using this for drama on these people or anything like that. I just want to have a laugh, and I want to make other people laugh as well. And coming up first, I like this one. Yes, I find that funny. Those Romans are powerful. A lot of them are about the lag and the optimization, and I 100% agree with these negative reviews. It's not that optimised for new PCs. What would have been good is if they went back to Rome Total War and made an optimised version. Like, not a remaster, not a remake, not anything like that, but just one that can function on newer titles. Small changes like that there. Something that can use multiple cores, I think, is the main issue. So yeah, if they could have done that, that would have been great. But this normal Steam version, just being the disc version on Steam, it doesn't work for most people, and that's a real shame. Alright then, here we go. This is the old and dated hybrid grand strategy game with real-time battles. It's been remastered and superseded by newer versions of the game that exceed this in all aspects. Rome 2 fans, if you're a Rome 2 super fan, you might agree with this, but most of us here are Rome 1 fans. Like, that's what my channel's mostly been about. I know I've been changing it a bit lately, but still, it's a Rome Total War channel primarily. That hurts. That does hurt. They should have pulled this from Steam store as soon as a newer edition of the game was available. Oh, you know what they should do? They should pull Rome 2 from the Steam store. That was a joke. And just add another Rome 1, a Rome 1 remaster in its place. That's what they should actually do. Oh well, at least I gave it a fair chance. 0.8 hours. You know what? That's a fair chance. Here we go. This one, yeah, I remember that date all the way back with the Rome 2 controversy. I don't want to get involved, but there's another one here as well. But I don't want to get involved. We got a third one as well. What I will say is that I don't think it's right to criticise an old game because of how the new developer team you might think is. Like, this guy's got 313 hours in the game. Like, that 300 plus hours of enjoyment that he's got in Rome Total War is completely thrown away. All that possible loyalty that he could have had is completely gone because of something that happened 15 or so years later. By all means, have whatever opinions you may want, but there's no need to, you know, downvote the other Total War games. I am not a fan of Three Kingdoms Total War, mostly because it's set in China and I don't understand Chinese history. I've never really looked into it. But you can't go back to Rome Total War, give it a negative review after having 300 hours into the game, simply because saying maybe it has too many Chinese. You know, it's a completely different game. Whatever. Completely different developer team, completely different publisher. Like, Rome Total War was EA, like, now it's Sega. This would be a great game if the devs had enough brain cells to know that they need their community. This would be a great game. Rome Total War would be great if in 2018 the developers came back to it. No, I think Rome Total War is great as it is, but it feels like a bot comment, and I don't think it is a bot. 171 hours in game, so I don't think it's a bot, but it feels like someone's just copied and pasted this comment on all Total War titles. That's what it looks like, because it seems like just a generic comment for the Total War games. It's so sad to see that only like 1% of these actual reviews are about Rome Total War itself. Like, many of them, are about the controversy that has happened with the Creative Assembly recently. Many of them are about optimization, which, is not the original developers' fault. Like, they didn't know Windows 10 was going to be a thing back in 2004. By all means, put a review there criticising the Steam version, but yeah, it's just sad to see that the majority of the reviews are not the actual game. This is an authentic review, not an accurate one. Then there's the exact same thing again. I don't get it. Another one of these comments here. What I will say is, game developers very, very rarely actually push political agendas. They don't really care about that. What they care about is money. If they look good, shares go up, they make money. If they get, the women audience involved as well, they get more sales, they get more money. That's how companies actually work. And to be honest, in the grand scheme of things and what gaming is in 2020, I don't think the Creative Assembly is like at the top layer of that. I think they're actually, quite calm when it comes to the political side of things. But yeah, they're really only here to make money, and that's what all companies are. This is, it's capitalism, that's what we have. Oh, come on, you don't have to be this aggressive. And imagine having 732 hours in Rome Total War, and having this comment here. It has to be heavily modded for it to be playable. Otherwise, I would highly encourage you to get Warhammer titles or Three Kingdoms. Still better than Rome 2 though. Still better than Rome 2, we got it on the head there, yes it is. Alright, looking at it now, I think he's wrong with mods. I think vanilla, you can get 700 hours of enjoyment just from the vanilla version, in my opinion anyway, before you even need to even look into mods or the expansions. But yeah, I disagree with that line. The rest of it though, I can get that. I can agree with this one, that's okay. Mostly because it throws a small diss towards Rome 2 in there, so, that's a thumbs up from me. Again, going back to this side of the comment, the truth is, Creative Assembly in 2000, we're interested in making money because we're a company, not in a communist world. 2018, we're interested in making money. And on top of all of that, it's actually under the control of the publishers. The Creative Assembly don't have their own separate shares. They don't really make their own money as a company, it's mostly done through Sega. Or at the time of the 2000s, it was EA. I actually completely forgot about all this controversy stuff when I actually started this video. I don't want to get into it too much, as I try to keep it a gaming channel and avoid all politics. As you can probably tell, I'm giving a mostly neutral opinion, but I think it's more about making money and capitalism. That's what companies do, that's not politics, that's just logic, that's what they are, that's their purpose. But this one really did annoy me at the time, and this one I was open about. The don't like it, don't buy it comment, yes, this is obvious. I don't understand why this became such a big deal. Like, since when have you looked at something and gone, I don't like that, but I'm gonna buy it anyway? Don't like, don't buy has been a thing since marketing first existed. I don't know how far to trace it back, but probably ancient Egyptian markets, where they're selling camels in exchange for women, stuff like that. Now, this person here might have an honest opinion. He doesn't like it, so he's telling people not to buy it. It's a simple review, but I don't know why this phrase became such a big deal. Like, to me, it's just basic logic, Maybe it's because I grew up in a really poor family. Well, not Africa poor, but, poor compared to everyone else. Like, it was always, You know, only buy what you absolutely need or really, really want, and it's, you know, cheap enough. I don't know, maybe it's a culture thing, I don't know. Rome 2, Rome 1 has spyware? When did this release? This was 2018. I can't even see where this one's coming from. Rome Total War has spyware. Okay. Alright, we got another spyware comment here. Do not buy, do not support CA. This game has been tested positive for Red Shell spyware service. Okay, I've never actually heard about this before, and I've never heard about all of this stuff. But as soon as I see holy potatoes were in space, I start to just disagree with it. Holy potatoes were in space. Okay. I'm not gonna look into this. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. I don't know, but yeah, whatever. If it was true and really confirmed, I think I would know a lot more about it if it was like a big deal. Why would the Creative Assembly want spyware in Rome Total War? I don't know. I don't know. And even if it... whatever. I don't want to get involved. I don't know. Oh, this is interesting. This is about CA hating my fan base, but from 2013. You should avoid giving money to the company. Play any one of other decent historical strategy games without the developer behind it trying to influence you politically. This is in 2013 though. Like, was Rome 2 was out in 2013. Yeah, Rome 2 was 2013, I think. Attila was 2014, I believe. It wasn't a big deal back then. Like, to the best of my knowledge anyway. Alright, we're getting more into the spyware stuff. Red Shell, as of the latest patch. Remove the game from your HDD and do not support CA anymore. Oh. Okay. I don't know, I might actually look into that in my own time, see what that's all about, but I don't want to comment on something that I don't know. Leave Rome Total War alone. Like, what's Rome Total War ever done to you? To the best of my knowledge, I believe it was developers posting their comments about it. But you know, at the end of the day, just freedom of speech. Developers can post their side, you can post your side. Everyone can say what they think as long as it's in a reasonable, safe way. Let the Creative Assembly talk, share their opinions, say what they want to say, and yeah, don't respond by just copy and pasting it with negative reviews in a way that does seem aggressive. Just discuss it, share your own side, you know, an academic talk sort of thing would have been much better than, you know, all of these downvotes on Rome Total War because of something that was found in Rome 2 6 years or so after launch. Oof. Why should the company respect you? To them, you're just a walking bag of money. That's how I see my audience. Oops, shouldn't have said that. Alright, at this point it all seems to be this type of stuff. Yeah, it's a shame this is on CA, on Rome Total War. You know, by all means, like, I don't really mind these comments on Rome 2. Like, that seems a bit more logical, but to go back to Rome 1... Alright, I think this guy here, it's quite a long one, so I had to open it up on this page. I believe he's trying to explain why he's disliking Rome 1, because of a problem with Rome 2. Yep. Creative Assembly. I only read the first couple of lines. I thought it was actually gonna go somewhere. Hold on, it might get somewhere. Right, here's the rundown. Here we go. Ah, okay, I'm starting to understand it now. The sudden uptick of complaining now is because of a patch where every character on the family tree did become a politician. Yeah, I remember that patch. And so an eligible general That's not true, because if you go in game, not every character is an eligible general. I believe it's only Kush where that's the case. Yeah, it goes into it there. You can read all that if you want to. At least he, I think, gave a much more of a breakdown, honest review of his opinions, although a little bit too unnecessarily aggressive, but it does at least go into a bit more of the actual debate sort of thing, sharing some opinions and why it, came to be. Great profile pic, by the way. Okay, there we go. You know what? I'm out. I'm done. That's enough for me. I was actually not wanting to get into that at all, but once I started seeing it, it annoys me how it's all in Rome Total War. Like, should be, if you're gonna put it in Rome 2. I don't think Rome 1 deserves the hate, and Legend of Total War was saying this at the time as well, I remember. He was on about Medieval 2, because Medieval 2 got the same criticism as well, and, you can't hate a game because of something another game does. For example, I am a Total War YouTuber. I try and stay to the old Total War titles, trying to keep Rome 1 and Medieval 2 alive, and a massive focus on historical Total War. Because Legend of Total War moved over to Warhammer, that does not mean that I am going to move over to Warhammer as well. But the truth is, I did also get negative reviews. People, when Legend moved over to Warhammer, people did come onto my channel and say, you're the one to betray us next. I did get those comments, because I was also, getting along with Legend at the time, talked a bit, stuff like that. Even shared a couple of my videos on his stream, which I was grateful for, that was a big help. But yeah, even I got negative reviews from the historical fans who were annoyed at the Warhammer stuff, negative reviewing me, and that's how it is, that's just the general, it happens to Total War YouTubers, it happens on reviews, but I just don't understand it, so yeah, that was my opinion there. I was actually hoping for some, real reviews, actually about the game that were negative, but sadly they all seemed a little too familiar. We didn't actually find one that was about the game. Well, we actually did, hold on, where was it? It was, I think, the first one we read. Yeah, it's this guy here, the first one that we read, saying it's an old, outdated hybrid game. What else did it say? It's been remastered, superseded by newer versions, and all of that. They should take it off the Steam store and just have Rome 2 on there instead. If I'm being honest, that was the closest we actually got to an honest opinion about Rome Total War itself. Apart from, about the lag, the optimization, because, it's just played with that. You don't want me to say that over and over again, but yeah, it's amazing how this, that we mocked at the start, was actually the closest we got to an actual review. You know what? Obey the fist. I take back my comment. Obey the fist. You can take your comment, I respect it. I disagree, but I respect his comment. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed. I'm probably not going to do this again. Maybe if you want me to do it again for Medieval 2, but I don't have any plan to. So if you did enjoy, please do like, share, subscribe, and all of that. Deep down though, I'm just trying to make Rome Total War continue to get the love that it deserves. And sometimes I gotta be a bit more creative with my video ideas. It does get difficult at times as well, because it is, a very old game, a dying game. But sometimes, I like to take a bit of a break from the game itself and cover it from a different light. And I do kind of like that, and I hope you enjoyed it as well, hope you had a laugh. Post your own opinions down below, but don't get too political. If I did get too political, then I am sorry for that. I do try to keep it as a gaming channel, but I think I did for the most part, but if I did, I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. Hope to see you tomorrow. Goodbye for now.